here in Las Vegas. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Fields. He's going to test this secondary right away. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
This one complete to his tight end, Fant. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
That is caught side of the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Raiders. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Marquise Bell up to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Now, Fields. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the... will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup brings us 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end.
With the score tied 7-7.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He gets that to his big target fast. And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. It takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Second down and 3. We'll go once more with Brooks. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. The PAT up and good. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Walker. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Raven 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. Not much there, maybe a yard. They bring a tight end in motion left. 2nd down. It's Fields. He'll get this out to his running back.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Going up top. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're on to him. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll tuck it and take off.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
2nd and 7. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
That's good for 27 and a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Vegas. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Fields to throw. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
So we reach halftime here in Vegas, and the Raiders are in the lead. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Another try with Brooks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. And now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
A great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run out of the gun with Brooks. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Here's a run. To the pylon, he's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Raiders.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. But still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Still going. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is a 1st National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the left side, and Adams has it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Open man. That's Alec Pierce. They hit another 17. Back-to-back plays of 17 yards. And another first down. They'll run it right here with Brooks. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Taking a shot downfield for Adams. And that is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Fields now on 2nd down. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. He'll look deep, left sideline. From the shotgun, it's Fields. A throw on the move is caught. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll get this complete to Walker. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards. Here's Walker.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Here we go. The noise is deafening. It's 4th and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. Still on his feet. And he will score. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. First down. Fields. And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A first down throw for Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Second down, it's Fields. Now he'll air one out. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He's got the first down and more than that. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. It's a gain of 34. Now, Fields. That is hauled in at the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to look deep for Adams. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, there's really two schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the 4th quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to remain aggressive, and they're lucky it didn't come back to bite them.
Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Back to throw. This one is caught by Dotson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. So this one, a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.